What if a student already knows what he wants to build, but doesn't know which degree will give him the freedom to build it? ECE or EEE? Which college, which branch, which one has better placements? And perhaps the most important question, which one will allow him to keep building his startup while he is still a student? Welcome to Spoken Careers, home of career decision intelligence. I am Dr. Sudhir Reddy. Welcome to the Decision Room, where we don't just answer career questions, we uncover the better questions hiding underneath. Today's question comes from a real career counseling discussion. A student has completed class 12 with PCM and computer science. His marks are around 74%. But look beyond the marks. He's passionate about robotics, coding, 3D design, graphic design. He's already freelancing, and for the last 2 years, he has been building a startup around drone solutions. Now he is looking at two branches, electronics and communication engineering, or electrical and electronics engineering, and the family wants to know which is better. Let's open today's first decision. Decision 1, ECE or EEE. This sounds like a branch comparison, but it isn't really. ECE and EEE overlap in some areas, but their academic emphasis is different. ECE generally takes students deeper into electronics, communication systems, embedded systems, digital systems, and related technologies. EEE moves more strongly toward electrical systems, power, machines, control, and energy-related applications. So instead of asking which branch has better scope, ask something more useful. Which branch gives the student stronger foundations for the kind of technology he wants to build? For a student deeply interested in robotics, embedded systems, electronics, drones, and autonomous technology, ECE may deserve particularly serious consideration. But that doesn't automatically make EEE a bad choice. The right branch depends on the student's actual interests, the curriculum, the projects available, and how much freedom he has to explore beyond the syllabus. Today's decision principle: don't choose the branch with the better reputation. Choose the foundation that fits the problems you want to solve. Let's open our second decision. Decision 2, what about the college? Now comes the second question, which college? This is where many families make a mistake. They begin with rankings, then placements, then campus reputation, then cutoffs, all useful. But for this particular student, there's another factor that may matter enormously: freedom. Imagine putting a highly entrepreneurial student into a college with excellent placements but very little flexibility for projects, competitions, startups, or external work. Now imagine another college with slightly less prestige but strong labs, supportive faculty, startup incubation, maker spaces, entrepreneurship support, and the freedom to build. Which environment is more valuable? There isn't one universal answer. For this student, the college should be evaluated not only as a place to earn a degree, but as an environment in which he can build. Today's decision principle: choose the college where your ambition has room to breathe. Let's open our third decision. Decision 3. Should the startup influence the degree? Absolutely, but carefully. The startup should influence the decision without controlling the entire decision. Why? Because the startup may succeed, it may change direction, it may fail, or it may become something completely different. That's normal entrepreneurship. The degree should therefore provide a strong technical foundation, not simply become an extension of the startup he is building today. A student interested in drones today might eventually move into robotics, embedded systems, aerospace technology, computer vision, autonomous systems, or something we haven't even named yet. So the question isn't which branch is best for his current startup. It's which education gives him the strongest ability to build whatever comes next. Today's decision principle: build for the future, not only for the startup you have today. Let me open our fourth decision. Decision 4. What about his 74%? This is perhaps the most interesting part, because the first line of the student profile is a 74% score. But then we discover something else. He's freelancing, he's building, he's experimenting, he's already working with technology, and he's been developing a startup for 2 years. Now, I'm not saying marks don't matter, they do. Academic foundations matter, admission requirements matter, but a percentage is only one signal. For a student like this, I'd want to ask very different questions. What has he built? What problems has he solved? What technologies has he learned? What has he failed at? What has he learned from those failures? Can he demonstrate his work? Can he explain his decisions? Can he work with a team? Can he learn independently? Those answers may tell us much more about his future potential than a single percentage. Today's decision principle. Marks describe one chapter. Projects reveal what you're capable of building next. Our fifth decision comes from a question every family asks. Decision 5. What should the family actually compare? Here's the 5-part checklist I'd use before choosing the college. First, curriculum. What will the student actually learn? Second, labs and infrastructure. Can he build an experiment? Third, entrepreneurship ecosystem. Is there incubation, mentoring, maker spaces, competitions, startup support? Fourth, flexibility. Can he continue meaningful projects alongside academics? And fifth, people, faculty, peers, mentors, alumni. Because sometimes the most valuable thing a college gives you isn't a classroom, it's the people you meet there. And one more thing, don't choose a college simply because it offers a scholarship. A scholarship is valuable, but a poor fit environment can cost far more than tuition. Today's decision principle: compare the ecosystem, not just the fee and the college name. Before we close, here's today's golden minute. This student doesn't need us to choose his future for him. He needs an environment that helps him explore it intelligently. That's the deeper purpose of education. A degree should not simply prepare you to apply for a job. It should expand what you're capable of doing. If a student is already building, experimenting, freelancing, and solving real problems, don't force him into a narrow definition of success. Give him strong foundations, give him mentors, give him opportunities, give him room to fail, and give him room to build. Because sometimes the student sitting in a college classroom isn't preparing to become an employee. He may be preparing to become a creator, an engineer, a founder, or perhaps something that doesn't have a job title yet. Before our next conversation, here's one question to carry with you. If you were advising this student, don't ask only ECE or EEE. Ask the bigger question. What kind of environment will help this student become the person capable of building what he imagines? Because the right branch matters, the right college matters, but the environment around the student may matter even more. If today's decision room helped you think differently, share it with one student, one parent, or one educator who may be facing one of these decisions. To explore more insights and future-ready resources, visit www.spokencareers.com. I am Dr. Sudhir Reddy. This is the Decision Room, home of career decision intelligence. Don't choose an education only for where it can take you. Choose one that gives you the ability to build where you want to go. Keep learning, keep growing. Walk your path with courage. Live it with purpose. And always lead with love.